Hey guys, welcome to QAConnect once again. So, in today's video, we are going to talk about how to find the occurrence of each character that exists in a string, right? So, in our previous video, we already talk about how to find the unique characters in a string, right? So, in the same way, we'll follow the same process, and we'll try to find out like the occurrence of each and every character that exists in the string, and we have to print it, right? So this is like most of the time this question has been asked by the interviewers uh, in the interviews as well, whether that interview is related to Java programming uh, for 1 or 2 years of experience or 3 years of experience people, and also I mean for the people who are actually interested in automation and they want to work on automation. So let's get started with the video, right? So okay, I will create a class count occurrence of each character of string. So I am creating a class, right? I will take public static void main. Okay, so how we will do that, how we'll find the count of the occurrence of each character of a string, right? So as we discussed in our previous video, that was related to the like how to find the unique characters in string, right? So we'll continue with respect to that. So we will use the same way, we'll follow the same process. So if someone haven't checked my previous video, I'll share the link in this video with respect to the previous video that I have demonstrated regarding how to find the unique characters in string. You can check that. So we'll talk about in today's video is count the occurrence of each character of string, right? So first of all, we'll take the string. uh, we'll follow the same. This is a string. Okay, I'm taking it in lowercase. You can take whatever you want. I mean, you can take like this is a string. Okay, what we need to do is we need to convert it either it in lowercase or it in uppercase, because the lowercase and uppercase characters will be treated as different, like for the Java, right? So since T and T are same here, we can see, so we have to convert it into lower or in uppercase, right? So I'll do that. uh, so here also we will use map, right? So I have already discussed about in my previous video about map. So map always is having the data with respect to key and value pairs, right? So and also I have discussed about entry set as well, right? So we use entry set. So every map that is having the key and value pair, this row, this first row is in itself an entry in the map, right? So in this way, so we'll use map. So how we'll use map, the key is the character that exists in the string for us, and the value is like the value of that character exists in the string. So we will put that in this manner in a key in a map, and then we will iterate with respect to the map and print the value of every key that exists, like every key, that means the character that exists in the string is having the occurrence, like how many times actually it is there in the string. So continuing with respect to the previous video, also I'll try to explain it in this video as well. So how we are going to use map. So let's get started with the map. uh, as we know that map character. So okay, so the key and value pair will be is in character and integer. So the key will be the character that exists in the string, and the integer will be the value, like how many times the character exists in the string, right? So this is the string that we are having. So I'm creating the uh, map object, so count character, and as we have discussed earlier, we will use the linked hash map here. Okay, and import the linked hash map, and we'll import the map, right? So now the most important thing, we have to put the data in the map, right? So we have to put the string, its character, so whatever the character those exist in the string. So first of all, we have to iterate towards every character that that is in the string, and then we have to find the count of that character. I mean, the like we have to start from the first, and here we are also having the spaces there. The spaces also, I mean, consider as characters, so we will count these space as well, right, in our program. So we'll iterate from the first character to the end, and we will see that character, I mean, we'll store the character in the map with respect to its value, it occurs how many times. So what we are going to do is we'll iterate through this string. How we will iterate, we will use for loop here for every character that exists in the string. So we'll use for each loop, right? Okay, so for each character C that exists in the string, right? String, and that string should be like converted into the character array. So there is the method that we use. So first of all, that is the 2char array. So this 2char array method converts the string into the array of characters, right? And we will actually go through every character that exists in that array, and then iterating with respect to every character, we will see that we'll store that in map, and like put the occurrence of that character in the map accordingly, like that we have already done in our previous session, in our previous video as well. So we'll do the same thing here. So first of all, as I have already told you, that we have to convert this string into either it in lowercase or it in uppercase. So we will first convert it into lowercase, and then we will apply the 2char array method, right? Dot. Okay. So now we are having the string array, and like the characters that is like this string is converted into an array that consists the characters of that string, right? And we will actually iterating for each character that exists in this characters array. Now what we'll do is we have to put the character that is coming first. So T will come first, so we have to put that T. So C is the character. So C consists of in our first iteration it will have T. So T will be put here. So it will check whether that T exists in the map. So how we are putting that thing in map in. So first of all, that map will be null initially. So the first time whenever the loop starts, it will check whether that character exists in the map. Of course it doesn't exist, So how you'll get the value of that character if it doesn't exist in the map? So we have to find the value of that character. So how we will get the value of that character uh, is dot get. Okay, so in this count character object, we'll try to find out the object that is key, and that key is c, and first in the first iteration c will be t. So it will check whether that t is having certain value in the map. So initially the map will be null, so the value will be null, so you will get the null value. So how, of course, we are putting that in the map. So for the first iteration you have to add that in uh, add that to 1. How? Okay, what is there, I mean, this line is doing is it is actually finding out how many times this c character, that c is t for the first iteration. It will check in the map that t, whether the t exists in the map or not, because it initially that map is null, so it will have null value with respect to t. So this get c will give you the null value. So when you add, because you are going to put uh, c, that means the t in the map. So when you put that, you have to increase the value. So if it is null, you have to put 1 there. But since get c will give you, get c means get the key value, that means the value for t is will be, this get method will return null, as I have already explained in my previous video. So when it will return null, so null plus 1 will be like, will give you the null pointer exception. So rather than using get here, we will use get or default, right? So okay, so here when you found the first time, it will check the value will be null, so it will return the null value, but we are setting the that null value towards 0, because we are actually setting the default value as 0 for the null, to handle the null pointer exception, or to handle the null value. And of course, since we are actually putting that character into the map, so first time whenever we'll put, we'll have to add that 1. In the second time, if t is there in the string, yes, here it is there in the string. So when it actually iterate towards till this point, it will check whether t that exists in the map. So of course it will give you the result yes. So it will check that yes, the value for t will be find as 1. So it will, this get or default method will return the value as 1, and then 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, because second time we will put the value for t will be 2, like so in this way we are actually incrementing the occurrences in the map. So now in this way, for every character this loop will run, and in this count character we will have the in this map we'll have the key and value pair, and that key is the character and its occurrence. So we will have the map like this: key like p, the value will be 1, or r, the value will be 2. So in this way we'll have the map. Now we have to actually, these are the entries, these data is the entries. So if for every entry we have to iterate towards the map, and actually we need to print the key and its occurrence. Like the occurrence means the count of the character that present in the string, right? So how we will actually iterate towards this? So we will use another for loop, and this time what we will do is we will go for each entry that exists in the map. So for each entry we are having, I have already told you about the entry set. So this is like the set of entries that exist in the map. So we will use every entry. So we will iterate towards the every entry that exists in the map. and for every entry we will find the uh, we'll get the value, that get the key and value both, and print that, and that's what we want to do in this program, right? So we will do map dot entry, and so each entry will have the character and integer value in it. Okay, and for each map entry we have to iterate towards count character dot entry set. So entry set method will actually give you the data that exist, like the entries, those exist in the uh, this map, like, right? So we will iterate towards every entry that exists in the map, that is count character. And now what we need to do is we just have to print the value, the key and the value of every character that exists uh, in the map, right? So what we'll do is we'll print, here we'll use entry dot get. For every entry, as I have already discussed, this is the entry, this is the key, and this is the value. So get key and get value. So for every entry we will get key and get value. In this way we can print our desired output. So this character occurs entry dot get value, and we have to times in the given string. Okay, this is it. We don't have to do much, and let's print it. Let's see whether we will get the desired output or not. So as you can see, t occurs 2 times in the given string, as we can see, t and another t, right? H occurs 1 times in the given string, of course h occurs 1, and the similar for I occurs 3 times, s occurs 3 times, space occurs 3 times because space is also a character, and a occurs 1 time, r occurs 1 times, and so on. So that's what our desired output for this program. And like, this has been asked multiple times in the interviews, for the automation interview, for the people who are actually preparing for Java as well. So I mean, logically they have asked these kind of questions. So I hope I'm able to explain you this, and so I can, like, so we are just using for 2 for loops here. In one for loop we are actually iterating towards every string character that exists in the string and putting it into the map, and then we are actually fetching, like, with respect to every entry that exists in the map. For in the second for loop we are just fetching the data from it, and that's only required for this type of question or this type of program, right? So I hope you're able to understand how we will do that. So if you like this explanation, please subscribe to my channel, and share it with your colleagues or friends, of course. uh, I'll try to post these type of questions and their solutions in the future upcoming videos as well on my channel. So thank you so much for watching till the end. Thanks a lot.